All right, guys, what's the story for today? Today's adventure, we're going to be throwing big power worms. Big worms, medium-sized worms. I don't know, maybe a finesse worm. But we're going to hike to our spot, and we'll get started. Thanks for hanging out with me on this adventure. Appreciate all the support. This one's similar to the other hike and fish video I did, but we're only going to be in one section out here. Not really exploring, just fishing. Oh, look, there's a baby rabbit up there. Boy, it is humid out here. Catbirds are going crazy because I'm in here. Whew. All right, here's our spot. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. All right, we're gonna fish this little outlet here. I got a little lake fork worm in a kind of a plum color. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the support. My name's Alan. I'm usually making some kind of a fishing video. It's kind of tight in here, not much room. We'll see if we can catch something. Do I have one? There we go. It's deceiving because of that current that's in there. There we go. He's not a bad fish. That's all I'm using right here is a lake fork worm. Kind of a plum color, or excuse me, like a bubblegum color. Hey, I got another one right there. Bang! Check this one out. All right, so two on the lake fork worm. I guarantee these fish, I've never seen it. Look how fat he is from eating frogs and little minnows. So I got a lot of different kinds of worms, and so I'll be switching to them. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy hike to get back in here, guys. Over a mile, just sweating up a storm. All right, let's see here. There we go. Boy, he came out of the grass. This one's a little bit bigger. Ooh. You hear these catbirds going bananas around me. Check that out. That's a nice fish right there. All right. So we've caught 3 on this. Let's switch to a different one and see what we can come up with. All right, guys, so there's one of this Charlie Brewer Slider Fishing Co. heads worked perfect in there. All right, let's see what else we can get. Let's try like a big heavy worm, like a Divine Shaky from 6 Cents. It's like a 10-inch worm, I think. All right, guys, here we go. Check out the size of this thing. We'll see how this goes. I wonder if I should pitch it out further and bring it in. This one is Texas rigged with no weight on it, so it's going to be at the mercy of the current. So that may be a problem there. What do you think? Maybe harder for them to see? Or it's too big? As Tom Reddington says, you gotta throw the big meat. All right, so nothing on this guy. Got carp down in here, but let me see if I have a different color maybe. Crying out loud, guys, the sweat just builds up right around my eyes. Okay, I switched to more of a kind of a plum color with that same type of jig head. Alright guys, I think we got one on this Divine Shaky. Yep, there we go. Change of color worked out really well. There he is. Look how fat he is. They're just stuffing all kinds of stuff in down there. All right. So I've been casting out deeper. Ooh, I gotta rethread this one and bringing it in. I can see the carp working in out there. I'm all looking up at the sky just to make sure I'm not getting tangled. There we go. Oh, I had a hit. And he wasn't there. Had a couple of hits coming through there. Wish dunk dunk. Gotta watch my footing here. I'm gonna watch the snags. I don't twitch it or jig it too much because I have limited room here. I had a hit right there. Oh man, I missed him. And these stinking catbirds are driving me nuts. All right guys, nothing else on that color. So I'm switching to an all black power bait. Eight-inch ribbon tail. Well, there's stuff jumping all out there. It's got some really good scent on that power bait scent that everyone knows. Uh-oh. Do I have a fish or am I snagged? Dang it, am I legit snagged? Holy cow. All right, let me work on this. All right, I got it. You figure with this that they'll be able to see the black really well. What was that? All right, guys, that's what I keep feeling down there. I feel my line tug. There's titanic carp right in front of this thing. I can see them come up to the surface and they're eating stuff that's flowing through. I don't know, I guess it's algae. But I can see them come up once in a while. So I feel like I tug on the line, it's because the line gets on them. basket, nervous coming in around them or what, but see there, I felt a tug, like one swimming around. I had one solid hit. Ooh, I had one solid hit that I know of. Whoa, what's up with my hook? It's all bent out. No wonder. Look at that. Crying out loud, what on earth? Ooh, did you see that? Big one jumped out there. All right. I have another one that I'm hoping will work. It's a bona fide fish catching machine, even if it doesn't work here like these. And I'll show you that here in a few minutes. See there, I felt a little twitch. It's because the carp swim up into the line. I had one bona fide hit, and he just got the bottom of the worm, and I just didn't give him enough time to take it. All right, here we go. The world famous Zoom trickworm in methylate color. Got this one on a football head. No. And on the football head, I get snapped. This is weedless. Come on, man. I got this rigged up weedless. How am I snagged? Oh, dang. I gotta retie. All right, guys. So I got on the Slider Company head on with the trick worm. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, felt like I had a bite already. It was crazy. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, that kernel play tricks on you because you think your line's going to come through one way, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's way over there. This is in that methylate color. I hit the back of a carp there because as soon as it landed, I felt a thunk, and then it shot away from it. There we go. Oh, that was his force that got that thing to shoot clean out. Methylate's like a light bulb down there. But yeah, this. right, so I've had hits on all of them, but not as many on the black power bait worm, not as many on this one, and not as many on the green pumpkin divine shaky. And they're not digging this methylate very much. I've been fishing this for a while now. Boy, I'm just bug city in here. I'm itchy all over. All right, I've got one more up my sleeve to try. Boy, there's fish just all in here. Ooh, that was a carp. I hooked into the back of a carp and started going. All right, so they're not digging the methylate. Dang. I mean, I had that one hit and that was it. Man, that stinks. All right, I'm gonna switch to another color, my last color. All right, guys, this is the Power Bait Bottom Hopper. It's in bubblegum. 6.5 inch. I got this when I was up at Berkeley fishing. Pure fishing up there in Spirit Lake, Iowa. It does pretty well for me. Sadly, I don't have any of my cream worms. They're all back home in Texas. I didn't even think to bring them. Maybe it's the ribbon tail that was on that lake fork that got them all stirred up. But I had a ribbon tail on the other power bait one. There we go. What the heck is this? What's a giant bullhead? Ooh, self-release. All right. So we got one on the bubble gum, and it wasn't what you thought it was gonna be. Oh yeah. I forgot about tick issues. I have to check when I get home or when I get out of this little stretch here. So that was probably what the thumping was of the bullheads. Oh, dang it. I'm caught on a cattail. Get out of there. Guys, since I had it right there, I'm just gonna toss it. It's a lizard from Venom, one of the last products I ever got before they went out of business. Ooh. See, those are big carp flopping out there. There we go, I got something. That's a nice bass. There we go. It's tough trying to get him through this current. Come on, get out of there. There he is. That's not a bad fish right there. Got a nice gut on him. Look at that, he's been eating all kinds of good stuff. Look at that fatty. See if we can get another one out of there. Guys, one of the all-time greats right here, the robo worm. Ooh, I felt something pop it. There we go. Oh, he let go. And he got kinked up. Dang it. Dang. Man, that was a big hit too, and it just didn't get him. I'm sweating so much, guys, on the bill of my cap, it's just dripping off of it. It's just so, it's not hot, it's just humid. I guzzled a bunch of water, I'm already getting dehydrated. There we go. Oh, and he let go. I think those are those bullheads. Yeah, guys, if you could smell these weeds, they're just awful. I can't even describe what it smells like. So the robo worms had 2 hits. I don't want to use Senko style. I just want to use like worms. So I was thinking what else I had in the arsenal. Whoop, I already have a hit right there. And he let go. I did. I had a bite and he let go, for crying out loud. What on earth? A lot of those are those silly bullheads. All right, guys, I hooked into a carp. I don't know if you could hear my line going zzz. That was funny. It just, my pole bent right over and it was just zzz. I didn't have him like hooked, you know what I mean? It was like snagged. I gotta trim this a bit. Well, maybe I can re-rig it. It'll be okay. I'm gonna let it kink up and bunch up on the end. I don't mind that. Because when it falls, it'll twirl. A lot of people freak out. I gotta have it straight. It'll work just fine without it being straight. There we go. Get out of those weeds. Get out of those weeds. Get out of those weeds. That's a pretty good fish right here. That's probably the biggest one we've had. Oh, let's see. Yep, that's pretty good. May need to get a picture with this guy. All right, there he is on the robo worm. There you go. Back in. You know what? I'm tempted to throw some topwater way out there and see what happens. Let's do it. All right, guys, we got the Spro flapping frog. I'm gonna just bomb it way out there and see what happens. This one's on. Oops. 30-pound braid. Get out of there. I don't think you guys can see anything. I can't see anything. I had a hit, but he is a little fish. Yeah, this is gonna be harder than it looks. Oh, there we go. Oh, and he spit it. He had it enough, he had it down under. Dang it. All right. Attempt number 2. One came up and thumped it, but he didn't take it. One boiled up at it there. Can't even begin to tell you guys how much sweat I've got draining into my eyes, and it's just stinging like crazy. Guys, so I had that one, nothing else. Botched it, but he took it down there pretty good. I just didn't get him. In this area, it's kind of hard to do a hook set. We're kind of crammed in here. Everything was hitting on the surface a bit ago. Now when I throw this, nothing is. Unless those are carp just feeding. All right, one more good cast and then we'll start heading back so I can hydrate and figure out what I'm gonna do about these clothes that I completely sweat through. Looked like I had a little boil there. May have to redo that cast. There we go. There we go. I got him. Boy, he took it straight down. He's a fat guy too, check him out. That's a good fish. Not very big, but he is fat. Come on, quit your twitching and twatching. Come on. There we go. See, I can hear him jumping out there. Here's one. And there's the other. Ooh, he's bleeding just a bit. But look at these. Look what they're eating, man. They're eating good. There we go. All right. On the Spro flapping frog. Let's get her recalibrated here. Man, I love throwing this lure. What do you think? One more time? I mean, see, I can see a fish jumping right there. One more time. Ooh. Well, the wind caught it. Dang it. See, they're trying to get dragonflies. Oop, I had one hit right there. He just didn't get it. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but see, the wind blows me to the right into those cattails, so it's kind of herky-jerky trying to get this thing in. Getting a path through. Yeah, this is... The other thing is, there we go. My hand's all sweaty, and I put custom grips on here for a reason. Those lizard skin, it's what you put like on a baseball bat or a tennis racket, because my hands get sweaty, and so this is like super slick trying to cast. Right there is where that one was hidden. Come on. Maybe I need to burn it. I'll cast one out there and just burn it. Although burning it, for some reason, I get lower. Well, I know the reason. I get lower hookup ratio. It's because sometimes they miss or they can't get a clean hit at it. There we go. Right on the throw. I mean, right when it hit, he got it. That was awesome. That was my deepest cast probably. Oh! And he spit it. I had a good hook set on him. He just got lucky. Dang. That stinks. Oh, I gave him a good hook set. Oh, rats, I'm gonna be over here to the right in this stinking mess. I had the good hook set, had the deep cast right where I wanted it. Well, not quite, but it was wound up where I would want it to be. Man, see, I get hung up over there. All right. Thing is, I'm getting tired. I'm dehydrated, just sweating up a storm. So, dang it, same thing. Ooh, did you see that? That was a big carp. Oh man, I got sweat rolling in my eyes. Yep, I'm belly aching and complaining. Coming up with the excuses. All right, this is it, guys. One more good chuck. There we go. Dang it. See, it's blowing my line way over. I guess there's a decent breeze coming out of the east. Ooh. What was that? Come on. Really? Yep, once you start getting sweaty and tired and hot, everything starts, you know what I mean, unraveling a bit. All right, now we'll do the last good cast. Let me dry my hand off if I can find a spot here. Got my shorts are even sopping wet. Ooh, there we go. So on this one, I've got on the frog rod, the Abu Garcia Jordan Lee series, 610, spinning. Got 30 pound Cortland master braid. Now this isn't a frog rod, but I made it into one. Ooh, one came up there and popped it. He saw it. It's just a little fish. There's another one, popped it a little bit. The littler fish are curious. They come up and just thump it. There's one that hit it, but it was just a little guy. This one for real is the last one. There, I burned it a little bit like one of these real bullfrogs out here that just freaks out. All right, one more good one. That was almost going to be the name of the YouTube channel. One more cast, one last cast. I had a little thump right there, just a think. There's another one. That was a little one. A lot of little guys coming in there hitting. What do you think? One more? All right, one more. Not too bad. It's like I'm chipping onto the green, you know, golf. Got my rod all over in the bushes over here. That's the problem with being short and chubby. Short and stocky, I should say, as my friends tell me to say instead of chubby. Plus, we're packed in here tight. I couldn't do this with a bigger rod, I don't think. This one's 610. I'm having some issues in here. All right, one more good one. There we go. You guys can't see it, but I can. Oh my gosh, come on. I do have a whole bunch of other frogs, guys, but I love this one so much, I just throw it all the time now. All right, that's it. Although I did see a blow up right there, crying out loud. always right when I'm not there. He's blowing up on the dragonflies. All right, guys, the battery died and it overheated the GoPro, so I'm heading out now. Gonna walk down the trail and get some water. Whew. Maybe fish a little along the way. All right, guys, I took the dead cat off, so you're gonna get some more wind noise. I'm gonna throw this popar, bomb it around. I like throwing these. I got some old school bombers and then the Ricos. Oops, perfectly. Had to cut that short because of that moss patch here. Hopefully we won't. Oh, that's the first time I ever had the camera overheat. It's because I was standing down in there. It was like just sucked in by humidity. So I'm throwing this on the old black bass rod. Not old, but the one I used all of last year pretty much. Not really meant for a popar, but I'll throw it on anything. I don't really do much conventional, you know. But this one does have monofilament on it for a leader. 12-pound Sunline braid. That setup works really well for me when I'm doing kind of a topwater type bite. I know they're in here because I see them going after the dragonflies. I'm not paying attention. I'm watching the dragonflies, and I should be focusing on this. All right, guys, I think I got one on the popar. There was a little blow up here. There we go. Yay! Check it out. On the popar. Let's get him unhooked here. Standing all kinds of cabbage. All right. He was cruising the bank, just right out there. Bam! There he is. Not a bad fish, young one. There we go. So on the popar. All right, let's keep moving down. Actually, here I'm gonna throw the jitterbug. This looks like a good spot for the jitterbug. Guys, I rarely throw the white one. Conditions may not be optimal for it, but I'm still gonna throw it. This one I refurbished. Took those plates off the bottom and I put in some Fusion 19s. This thing was on one of those beater lure eBay things where nobody wanted it. So I was like, yep, I can salvage that. So far, so good. Ooh, look at that. I got a hit right there. He was following it. Oh, it's a bass. Did you guys see that? On the jitterbug. Oh, he's a good size one, too, for this body of water. Bank flip. There we go. Not bad. Come on. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Man, this dude's been eating frogs and minnows. Check out his gut. Look at that. Gorgeous little fish right there. All right, buddy, there you go. Ooh. this footing, it looks like it's firm, but it's like kind of boggy. You start sinking in it. Check it out. There it is. The old school jitterbug. You can hear this thing coming from a mile away. So, uh-oh. I'm in thick, heavy cabbage there. Dang it. I don't know if this is going to even chug. The wind caught it. Nope. Rats. Look at all that. Whew. For crying out loud. Yeah, I thought it was in a good spot, and then the wind just gave it a little push. All right, there we go. We'll try that again. We'll try right over here. We'll see how good we can get into that spot right over there. I short-armed it way too much. I got nervous. That's all right. We'll run it from here. Whoop! Got the camera on a little bit late there. Here's where I want to be. I was watching for that silly muskrat. Again. We'll run it like a little popper. Alright guys, I'm in a good spot. So the water, since the last time I was here, the water came way up and it's all interconnecting in there now. I'm sure it was before, but now you can really see it. The water came up about 3 feet. Just wanted to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun testing the different worms out. As Tom Reddington said, time to throw the big meat. Oh man. That was a lot of fun. Oops, I had a little bitty one hit right there. Did you guys see that? Anyway, so I had a good time. fishing out here today. So a couple things you could take away from this is try different worms. We all know that. Fish outlets, drains, throw old school vintage lures. They still do an amazing job. And just enjoy the outdoors. But anyway, until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Check out the wildflower patch, isn't that cool? Man, I'm all huffing and puffing, wheezing. All right, guys, let me tell you something. It's not hot. It's like low 80s, but the stinking humidity is through the roof, for crying out loud. I mean, look at my hands are oozing. Every pore is just oozing. I've sweat through everything I've got on. My boots are gonna I'll have to dump them out. There'll be sweat in there. Oh, and you think just a 2-mile hike, 1 mile in, 1 mile out, wouldn't be a big deal. But when it's this humid, it just sucks the life out of you. Ooh, now we're heading into the forest portion. Got all these stinking mosquitoes. See, you got oh, there's actually running water in there. Oh. Well, anyway, we'll make it sound more dramatic. There's gonna be mosquitoes in that stagnant water. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, yeah, water's flowing. But it's all bugged out. Man, I'm all huffing and puffing and wheezing and I gotta get to some water. But anyway, I thought you guys might get a kick out of me struggling with this tackle bag and the rods and just having to go this distance. This bag probably weighs a good 65 pounds. I carry too much tackle, of course. But it was a great adventure. I had a lot of fun. And thanks for coming along with me on this epic adventure. That was pretty interesting. Different kind of fishing. Had fun throwing the different worms. Had fun catching one on the popper and the jitterbug. One that I restored. Refurbished, I should say. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Till next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.